heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
I have to wonder, what does the Dragonborn do once he's summoned by the Greybeards? Can the Thuum be taught? Like any skill?
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
No matter what. The college will endure. The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on. Much knowledge lies within the college's walls.
Look!
Winterhold may not look impressive, but it has a very rich history. So, what's the latest exciting news about... goings on in Winterhold? Winterhold was once the capital of Skyrim, you know.
I shall inform you the moment.
Goodness, no. They're simply scholars. They mean no one harm. I've had... Oh, he's perfectly polite, if a bit guarded. Until next
Kraldar's
time.
family was once very powerful in Winterhold. It's my...
I'll sell just about anything if it's worth... I do what's necessary so we can get by. Have to. It wasn't by choice. Options were in short supply. Ranmir and I grew up here, and nearly any money I make, without the coin to pack up and leave, I decided to take to trading. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. I'm sure you've noticed. So I'll say... I've been burned a few times, made a few bad deals. If you're looking for Ranmir, he's it. Yeah, it was... I shouldn't have believed the story and just refused the trade. Some line about this clothing in Ingol Barrow. He said it was worth more than its weight in gold if I took it back there. Something about placing it back in Ingol's chamber. I don't... What was I thinking? Even if it were true, I'm not setting foot in some ancient tomb filled with who knows... I don't even care anymore. You want to check it out? Fine. I'll sell you the thing for 50 gold, and then it's your problem. Fine, here you go. You get killed on account of this thing, it's not my fault. Got it? But I suppose if it does actually turn out to be worth something, let me know, will you? Aye. My brother, just because we live in the middle of nowhere, doesn't give Ranmir the... Very... I'm sure you've... So I'll... Until next time.
Right.
Azura has seen your coming, traveler. It was not curiosity, but fate that has led you here. Azura has given me the gift of foresight. I had a vision of you walking up the steps to this altar, long before you were born. You have been chosen to be her champion. I know it is unexpected, but do not worry. It will all unfold. You must go to a fortress, endangered by water, yet untouched by it. Inside, you will find an elven... It is cryptic, I know, but Azura's signs are never wrong. I believe the fortress may refer to Winterhold. Ask if they know this elven enchanter. She is the goddess of dawn and dusk. Azura sees into the twilight of the future and guides. My people, the Dunmer, built it. Those of us who were faithful to... This shrine is our thanks to her. That... Yes, there were others at first. But I refuse to abandon the shrine. The visions are a gift. Azura warns me of tragedy, war, death. Before it happens, I won't leave her guidance. We are children of the twilight, beings who are to be guided from the darkness into the light, and from the light into darkness.
My job is to serve the Jarl. I don't really know anyone at the college. I guess everyone just assumes I do because I'm a Dunmer.
What's your business here in Winterhold? Should have known. Not that it matters anymore. No one bothers coming to Winterhold for any other reason. I do. And if you count, there's nothing left of Winter. Everyone knows it's the college's fault that the sea swallowed our city. Winterhold has lost much of its history. I've heard rumors of the resting place of the Helm of Winterhold. The very same helm. Hansa was in line to be High King of Skyrim, you know. Good. I'll have a sum of gold waiting for your return. What's there to tell? Someday there'll be proof they caused the Great Collapse. Most of a city just dropping off into the sea. That doesn't just
What
happen.
is it? Dragon? I have to wonder. What does the Dragonborn do once he's summoned by the Greybeards? Can the Thum be taught like any skill?
People won't say it, but they're afraid.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
No matter what, the college will endure. Why specifically stars? Wait, you aren't referring to... No. There's no way you would know about that. Well, I think the man you want to talk to is Nellikar. He was exiled a few years ago, bad research. Still hangs around the frozen hearth. No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. No matter what, the college will endure. Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. Certainly. Concentration spells can be cast immediately, though they're weaker. Good for a tight spot, and less... You'll also need to decide whether to devote your... Focusing solely on flame spells will make them more powerful, but you may find yourself at a disadvantage against foes immune. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. We are the only group left in Skyrim. There are others who study, to be sure, but they do so in private and often in secret. She's the master wizard here. Archmage Aren may be in charge, but Mirabelle runs... You do well to remember that. Mirabelle will be waiting for you.
I believe I've made myself rather clear. Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off.
The college...
Winterhold Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards. Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep us in touch with the rest of Skyrim.
Another new apprentice, I see. Are you of the sort that believe you're here to change the world? Or are you only in it for yourself? I assure you that I shall be watching all of you very closely. Now that stability has been established between the Dominion and the Empire, to guide its people through this time of transition, to help lead them to a better future.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance? If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure valuable books from some more... Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place I'd heard about. Check it out, but be careful. And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand? You think that even if I did have one here, it would be kept under the highest security? The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. What about... Wait. Are you? Were you the one? I'll bring everything we have on them. But it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. A mage is only as good. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. But of course I do. If I... Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research. As a matter of fact, immensely powerful. He holed himself up. Since then, his writings have been I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us. Fight well. Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them. I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? Aye. He's the world's master of the... He's been gone for a long while. Too long. Somewhere up north. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact. Haven't heard from him since.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
We've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Not going to weigh in either way? I admire your restraint, but there are times when you must make decisions, even without all the facts. Rely on instinct.
We're all pretty new at this, right? Let's just give it a chance. What's the worst that could happen?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? That's all right. I can teach you a very basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there. Is just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. You have to keep your ward up or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthor nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you. Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man